this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They run for it with Carson, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Here's Carson. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this and, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On first down, it's Carson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 4 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Panthers coming back onto the field. We discussed Kyle Allen earlier and the loss of Cam Newton beginning of the season. They lost their first 2 games with Cam, then won 5 and 6 under Kyle Allen until the late season swoon that ultimately cost head coach Ron Rivera his job, Charles.
And we have to remember that when Cam lost those first 2 games, he was actually playing hurt and just tried his best to go. And I think we ought to applaud him for trying to get out there with his team. But that team now will retool. There will be a new head coach in Carolina for the 2020 season. They have to make some decisions about whether Cam's going to be the quarterback or not. And also on the defensive side of the ball, they'll need to fill in a few different players. But if they do so, they'll be a factor again in the NFC South.
The last run got a couple here, 2nd and 8.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch. You go tight. You got tight.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 17, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Wilson, it's complete to Lockett. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll toss it out to Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.